Hi, welcome to Love Jones Connection. Thank you for joining me. If you are new, on this show, we go over helpful dating and relationship tips. I am happily married, and I vividly remember singlehood and the process it took to get to my desired outcome, which was love, marriage, and a family. So, if that is something that you are interested in, definitely stay tuned. On today's show, we are going to go over 5 things every future wife should know. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. Number one, I believe that every future wife should know that you are a wife before becoming a wife. And what I mean by that is if you desire to be a wife, there is a certain way you carry yourself. There are certain characteristics that you should already have prior to the actual marriage. You're not a selfish person. You have the ability to care about your spouse's heart, his needs. You should have a service attitude. Okay, those are wife-like characteristics that I believe are important to have prior to the actual marriage. Number two, I believe that every future wife should be prepared to work. Come into the marriage with a willingness to work. Be prepared to give 100% to your marriage. The 50-50 love that Teddy Pendergrass sang about, I love that song. However, it is not conducive for a healthy long-term marriage. You definitely have to come in willing to give 100% to your marriage. Come in with a willingness to sow the work in order to reap the benefits. I definitely believe that is very important, to come in willing to work. And number three is your husband has to be prioritized. Just like we work our 9-to-5 jobs or whatever business you have, the rearing the children, whatever it is that you have going on that you deem as a priority, understand that your husband has to be prioritized, because when the job changes and when the children grow into certain levels of independence, your husband should be that one constant for you. Your spouse is that one standing with you through all of those seasons and changes. So your husband has to be prioritized, and there's just no way around that if you want to sustain the marriage. So that's very important to understand coming into the marriage. And number four, be your husband's safe place. And what I mean by that is you want your husband to feel comfortable coming to you and feeling vulnerable with you. Be that diary for your husband where he can just come in and just have peace and share with you some feelings that he may have, or just things that he wants to share with you. You want him to feel comfortable doing that and not feel like he is having to walk on eggshells and really can't share anything with you because of what you may say, or because of the fact that you may not just be a listening ear for him. So definitely be prepared and understand the importance of your husband being able to feel comfortable coming to you and feeling okay to be vulnerable. And number five, there are no perfect fairy tale marriages. That is number five. I believe that every future wife should know that. However, there are beautiful marriages for those who are willing to work. And understand that who you choose to marry and create a family with is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make in life. You are trusting this person with finances, child rearing, etc. So choose wisely. I definitely have to reiterate that. Definitely make sure that you are coming in with that understanding. Be sure that you have an understanding of your partner's mindset and expectation, and understand what that person has in mind regarding the marriage. Okay, so that's something very important. And really quickly, I will go over the 5 things I believe every future wife should know. Number 1, you're a wife before becoming a wife. Okay, you should already have wife-like characteristics similar to what I've already mentioned. And number 2, be prepared to work. Okay, that is you giving 100% to your marriage, coming in willing to sow the work in order to reap the benefits. And number 3, your spouse has to be prioritized. Just like you prioritize all those other things that you deem to be important in your life, understand that your husband is on that. He is a priority. He should be at the top of the list for you. And number 4, be your husband's safe place. You want your husband to be able to come to you and be vulnerable and have peace when he comes to you. That's something that I believe to be very important. You want to be able to foster that type of environment for your husband. And number 5, I believe that every future wife should know there are no perfect fairy tale marriages. However, there are beautiful marriages for those who are willing to put in the work and the effort. Okay, so those are my top 5 things I believe every future wife should know. Of course, there are so many other things that you can add. If you are a wife or if you have any suggestions that you want to chime in and list at the bottom in the comments, definitely feel free to do that. Questions and topic suggestions can be directed to info@lovejonesconnection.com. I hope this helps someone. Thank you again for joining me. Be encouraged. Good luck to you.